correctly. How about that? Just right to the second. I'm here in my studios in downtown Vanderbilt, Michigan, at 620 Main Street. And got a new tie here somebody gave me. So it's a little kind of 1940s look, I think. And I've got a new setting on my camera. I think I'm so excited about that. It doesn't take much to make me happy, but this new setting on the camera is really, really, really helping. And my volume is a little low, it looks like. Okay. I'm going to turn that up a little bit. Is that better? That I don't want to overdrive it. There's always something. Then the piano. Okay, we're ready to go. Amy Addison, I see here. Ginger is here on time. How about that? Leslie Ducher Mashburn is here. Ray Thomas. No sound. No sound? There's got to be some sound. Okay. Okay, now you've got to have sound, right? Got sound? Okay, Ginger, can you hear sound? Just to get another second opinion here. Got sound. All right. We're in the month of September. So I'm going to do a couple of September songs. Miles Green with the E at the end of the green. The leaves of brown came tumbling down, remember that September in the rain. The leaves of brown came tumbling down, remember that September in the rain. With every word of love I heard you whisper, the raindrops seem to play a sweet refrain. Though spring is here, to me it's still September. That September in the rain. The leaves of brown came tumbling down, remember that September in the rain. The sun went down just like a dying ember. That September in the rain. With every word of love I heard you whisper, raindrops seem to play a sweet refrain. And though spring is here, to me it's still September. That September in the rain. That September in the rain. Certainly is September here in northern Michigan. Cool, and it certainly is rain in September. And last week I did this song, but why not do it again? Willie Nelson did it, so if it's good enough for Willie. It's been a long, long while, from May to December, and the days grow short when you reach September. The autumn weather turns the leaves to flame. One hasn't got the time for the waiting game. Oh, the days dwindle down to a precious few. September, November, and these few precious days I'll spend with you. These precious days I'll spend with you. Oh, the days dwindle down to a precious few. September, November, and these few precious days I'll spend with you. These precious days I'll spend with you. Yeah, we're feeling the fall weather. And what's this I hear about Facebook is discontinuing live streams? I just heard that today. You would think I would have heard that before now. Is that a rumor? False rumor? Fake news? Not sure. But anyway. Cynthia Barker is in the house. Mo Charbonneau, my neighbor, just around the corner. You know, there's plenty of room for social distancing here, Mo, if you want to come peek in. And you would be about 30 feet away if you wanted to sit in the back of the room. And you're welcome to come by and say hi if you want. So there you go. Mazeltov, Miles Green. I don't know, Miles. That I don't hear it in your name. Green sounds like, I don't know. It sounds kind of Anglo, but that's all right. Happy Grandparents' Day. That's right. And I know I see some grandparents in the audience. Yes, grandparents. Happy Grandparents' Day. I am a grandparent. I know Cynthia is a grandparent. She got news. She's going to be another grandchild added to her repertoire. Amy is a I said that, and the Ginger is a grandparent. And yeah, Miles. I don't know Miles. I'm not sure. And I'll do my other fall song when we'll see if Anne Marie shows up. That's the one I do in French, you know. Français, en français. Oui, oui, oui. And Leslie Duchère Mashburn is in the house, so I wrote several songs with her dear departed mother, Joyce Duchère, and we had a nice session with some of her old friends last Wednesday, and it was very sweet. I played some of the songs that we had written together. I'd written with Joyce, but they're great songs to play anytime. I'm going to do one right now. It's called Out of the Blue. Miles is so fun. Could be the opening comedy act here, Miles. This is called Out of the Blue, written by Steve Sandner and Joyce Dushare. Out of the blue, I found myself walking with you. Out of the blue, I found myself talking with you. Through springtime and summer, I felt a thrall that kept me thinking of you. Out of the blue, life was askew. A smoky mist obscured the view. Dancing with you, laughing with you, I was brand new. Only one kiss cleared all the mist. Then for sure I knew I'd fallen in love with you. Out of the blue. Out of the blue, I found myself talking with you. Out of the blue, I found myself walking with you. Through springtime and summer, I felt a thrall that kept me thinking of you. Out of the blue, life was askew. A smoky mist obscured the view. Dancing with you, laughing with you, I was brand new. Only one kiss cleared all the mist. Then for sure I knew I'd fallen in love with you. Out of the blue. Out of the blue. Out of the blue. Out of the blue. All right. Out of the blue. I'm going to do one more song that Joyce and I wrote. Unfortunately, I don't know all the lyrics to the song, but it's Romantic Fool from the musical Raison d'etre. And Mo, you say it's great to read the lyrics. You are reading the lyrics? How do you see the lyrics? Are the lyrics appearing on the screen as I sing on some browsers? Sander and Green. Yeah, well, um, wouldn't be much of a composer unless I had a Jewish songwriting partner, right, Miles? Hey, this is called Romantic Fool. Romantic Fool. Da, 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 da. You can imagine the rest of the lyrics, but in the setting is in the musical where the lead character falls in love with this dashing South American man who's wanting to finance her next musical. This lady Ava is a musical star, and she's falling in love with the financier for her next musical. While her husband is um, is wondering what's going on. So that's oh Mo, who's watching on Facebook, says there's lyrics and whatever I say is appearing on her screen. How about that? I did not know that. I tell you, I learn something, many things actually, every day doing these broadcasts. So I guess there is a way to see the lyrics and what I'm and the dialogue, the words as they're said. Okay. Anyway, Romantic Fool from the musical Raison d'être. Oh, yeah, that's the song Romantic Fool, written by Joyce Ducher and myself. But Joyce sadly passed away last week, and we are going to miss her. And her daughter, Leslie, I believe, was, at least at the beginning of the session, was here looking in on our session today, Steve's virtual piano bar. So, Anne-Marie Colette. Hello. I think it's time for another fall song. In that case, we're going to do something about the fall that has some French lyrics in it. I think. C'est une chanson qui nous ressemble. Yes. Bonsoir. Bonsoir, Anne-Marie Colette. C'est une chanson qui nous ressemble. Toi qui m'aimais et je t'aimais. Nous vivions tous les deux ensemble. Toi qui m'aimais, moi qui t'aimais. Mais la vie sépare ceux qui sont tout doucement sans faire de bruit. Et la mer efface sur le sable les pas des amants désunis. C'est une chanson qui nous ressemble. Toi qui m'aimais et je t'aimais. Nous vivions tous les deux ensemble. Toi qui m'aimais, moi qui t'aimais. Et la vie sépare ceux qui sont tout doucement sans faire de bruit. Et la mer efface sur le sable les pas des amis, amants désunis. Les pas des amants désunis. Oh yeah. Songs for the season. And a little bit of Stevie Wonder. I see us in the park, strolling the summer days of imaginings in my head, and words from our hearts, told only to the wind, felt even without being said. I don't want to bore you with my trouble. But there's something about your love that makes me weak and knocks me off my feet. There's something about your love that makes me weak and knocks me off my feet. It knocks me off my feet. I don't want to bore you with it. Oh, but I love you, I love you, I love you. I don't want to bore you with it. Oh, but I love you, I love you, I love you more and more. We lay beneath the stars under a lover's tree that's seen through the eye of my mind. I reach out for the part of me that lives in you that only our two hearts can find. I don't want to bore you with my trouble. There's something about your love that makes me weak and knocks me off my feet. There's something about your love that makes me weak and knocks me off my feet. It knocks me off my feet. Well, I don't want to bore you with it. Oh, but I love you, I love you, I love you. I don't want to bore you with it. Oh, but I love you, I love you, I love you more and more. I don't want to bore you with it. Oh, but I love you, I love you, I love you. I don't want to bore you with it. Oh, but I love you, I love you, I love you. I don't want to bore you with it. Oh, but I love you, I love you, I love you more and more. I don't want to bore you with it. Oh, but I love you, I love you, I love you. I don't want to bore you with it. Oh, but I love you, I love you, I love you more and more. All right, and as I mentioned, I didn't mention actually, next Sunday is going to be a special Zoom session, and we're going to possibly have a special guest here. Miles is going to do some things possibly, if we can, if he will agree to that. And all right, mixer settings are excellent. Wow, coming from Miles. I mean, he can be picky, and if Miles says they're excellent. Not to mention that, by the way, this is change the subject a little bit. I'm going to come back to the Zoom session though. I want to talk about that some more. But I got new settings on my camera. I watched this YouTube tutorial. I highly recommend YouTube tutorials for anything. If you're putting in a kitchen countertop, or if you're trying to fix your car, or if you're trying to get YouTube and Facebook live settings, go to YouTube. They've got all kinds of tutorial videos. So, Miles. So, anyway, so I've got new settings for the camera. I didn't know the autofocus worked so well on this camera, but look, I mean, it works great. It keeps me in focus all the time with autofocus. So don't have to mess around anyway. And it doesn't take much to make me happy. That's all. I'm just happy with the new camera settings. A little bit of a color, just a tick, changing the settings in the color contrast. And that made a big difference too. So, all right, blah, blah, blah. Okay. It's not time for my glass of wine yet, is it, Miles? Miles will tell me, I'm sure. So, I don't know. I think I'm doing a Billy Joel song. I don't know why this is making me feel like doing a Billy Joel song. If I can find the setting. This might screw up the settings, though. Uh-oh. Zoom session next Sunday. And before I start the song, it might be that we go to Zoom permanently, because I heard a rumor, maybe, yeah, it's time. I heard a rumor that Facebook is discontinuing live sessions. No more live Facebook. Is that true? Is this this? I heard this a couple of places, but I haven't heard it from a reliable place, like right on Facebook. I haven't heard that yet. So anyway, so far it's a rumor, but we'll find out more later. Okay. I love you just the way you are. Don't go changing to try to please me. I never let you down before. And don't imagine you're too familiar. I don't see you anymore. I would not leave you in times of trouble. We never could have come this far. I couldn't love you any better. I love you just the way you are. Don't go trying some new fashion. Don't change the color of your hair. You always have my unspoken passion, though I might not seem to care. I said I love you, and that's forever. This I'll promise from the heart. I took the good times, I'll take the bad times. I'll take you just the way you are. I need to know that you will always be the same old someone that I knew. And what will it take till you believe in me the way that I believe in you? I said I love you, and that's forever. And this I promise from the heart. I couldn't love you any better. I love you just the way you are. I don't want clever conversation. I never want to work that hard. I just want someone that I can talk to. I want you just the way you are. Ooh, I love you just the way you are. Well, I did a gig on Mackinac Island this weekend, outdoor wedding, where it was pouring rain. And I'm going to tell you the story after I do this little instrumental. This goes out to Ginger. It's called Theme from Somewhere in Time from the movie. And by the way, I did this on another YouTube channel, and I got a copyright notice, not a copyright strike, which is worse. I just got a little tiny notice about a copyright that song is in copyright. So never had any trouble with all the other songs are virtually have copyright. Even my own songs have copyrights, but nobody else has complained except for two people. This is one of them. The theme from Somewhere in Time. All right. And I also included the secondary theme. And I bet you Sue Vogel knows the name of the secondary theme to Somewhere in Time. Maybe. Anyway, were two themes. The main theme that was an original theme written for the movie. The secondary theme is by Rachmaninoff, 18th variation on a theme by Paganini, by Rachmaninoff. So yeah, Miles, this thing about copyright, we could probably talk, for 3 days straight about it. Nobody really understands copyright. I've played that song before, many times at Steve's Virtual Piano Bar. I've played it 20 times, and I've never gotten a copyright notice. But on my other channel, I got hundreds of views because it was a talent show for the local yoga retreat that I belong to, and we had hundreds of viewers from all over the country. Maybe that got their attention. I don't know. I really don't know the answer. Hi, Sue. So copyrights are kind of deep and mysterious mystery wrapped in an enigma or something like that. After this song, Smiles, I'm definitely going to have a little sip of something. And Marie, here we go. C'est si bon. Lovers say that in France when they thrill to romance. It means that it's so good. C'est si bon. So I say it to you, like the French and the Canadian people do. They mean that it's so good. Every word, every sigh, every kiss, dear, lead to only one thing, and it's this, dear. C'est si bon. Nothing else can replace just your slightest embrace. And if you only would be my own for the rest of my days, I will whisper this phrase. C'est si bon, si bon, si bon. Everybody. Si bon, si bon. When you go to bed tonight, you say to yourself, si bon, si bon. When you wake up in the middle of the night, si bon, si bon. That means it's so good. Every word, every sigh, every dear, lead to only one thing, and it's this, dear. C'est si bon. Nothing else can replace just your slightest embrace. And if you only would be my own for the rest of my days, I will whisper this phrase. My darling, say si bon, si bon, si bon. Si bon, si bon, si bon, si bon. Si bon, si bon, si bon. Bon, bon, bon. When I was in Paris years ago, I played a fairly decent solo at one of the jam sessions, and this French guy sitting in front row looked at me and said, bon. Now, that means good in French, so I guess it was a compliment. Mo Charbonneau has such a French... Oh, yes. All right, well, thank you, everybody, for coming to Steve's Virtual Piano Bar tonight. We don't know what's happening with the Facebook live streams, and maybe I shouldn't bring it up because it's not verified, but they're thinking of discontinuing Facebook live broadcasts. What? Say what? Going back to my old standard, Clos du Bois. It's a very good California. That means, see if how good my French is. Clos du Bois. That means like a wood closet of wood. Closet made out of wood? I don't know. I guess so. From the valleys of California, which are up in flames right now. I wonder what's happening to the wineries. I didn't even think about that. Has anybody checked on the? I mean, it's not to be joked about, I guess. But Mogan David. I think I used to drink Mogan David in college, Miles. Seemed to me it was very cheap at the time. Yeah, who said that about Facebook anyway? Where did I hear it? Oh, it was on I heard about it. I belong to a live streaming group, Facebook page that does technical stuff for live streaming, and they were saying it in there. So go figure. Did you hear that? So when you pour wine, you don't put the glass here, like on the piano. No, you bring it back. Bring it back away from the piano and pour it over here, right? Well, if they discontinue live streaming on Facebook, I'll probably drink a little bit less wine. So anybody have any? Oh, Anne-Marie heard it. So thank you all for coming. I know that I love when you guys are involved in the chat room, but I know there's people here who don't necessarily want to chat. That's fine. To salute to all of you guys in the back of the room listening. I appreciate your coming to Steve's virtual piano bar and having some fun playing some music and just chatting and being here in northern Michigan is just a blessing. It's just so beautiful and quiet up here. And not that there's anything wrong with Sedona. Sedona was, tremendously beautiful in its own right. But probably my plan is to go back there in January, the beginning of January. Oh, cheers. Salut. L'chaim. Yeah, Miles already said it. Yep. There's this song that I just love, and I've probably done it every session for the past 3 or 4, for the past 5 or 6 weeks probably. But I want to do it again because the only time it makes sense to do it is in the fall, this time of year. So thanks, Mo. Yes, Amy. Slain T. Yeah. Slain T. No, that's not. I know I'm pronouncing it wrong. That can't be right. Salute. Autumn Serenade. It was originally a hit for the Harry James Band, by the way. I think it was an instrumental, but it has beautiful words to it. And it gets us into the mood of the season, the fall season. I'm really looking forward to reverb's on. I'm really looking forward to the colors here in northern Michigan. We're just getting a little taste of it. Slansha. Thank you. Oh, that means I have to have another toast. Sorry. Slansha. So the colors are coming to northern Michigan probably in another 3 weeks or so, roughly. And I'm really haven't seen the full colors in northern Michigan probably for 20 years. So I'm looking forward to that. Summer is through and that's when my dreams all start. The love song we knew is echoing through my heart. Songs that the breeze composes whisper farewell to the roses. Now autumn is here and we're apart. Through the trees comes autumn with her serenade. Melodies, the sweetest music ever played. Autumn kisses we knew were beautiful souvenirs. As I pause to recall, the leaves seem to fall like tears. Silver stars were clinging to an autumn sky. Love was ours until October wandered by. Let the years come and go, and I'll still feel the glow that time cannot fade. When I hear that lovely autumn serenade. Through the trees comes autumn with her serenade. Melodies, the sweetest music ever played. Autumn kisses we knew were beautiful souvenirs. So I pause to recall, the leaves seem to fall like tears. Silver stars were clinging to an autumn sky. Love was ours until October wandered by. The years come and go, I'll still feel the glow that time cannot fade. When I hear that lovely autumn serenade. Okay, time for a little Duke Ellington. A cigarette holder which wings me over her shoulder. She digs me out getting that satin down. Now baby, shall we go out skipping? Careful amigo, you're flipping, speaks Latin, that satin down. nobody's fool, playing it cool as can be. I'll give it a whirl, but I ain't for no girl catching me. Switcheroonie telephone numbers. You know I'm doing my rumbas with Uno and that and my satin doll. Take another one, Steve. You're hot, Steve. What? Somebody said that. Well, cigarette holder, which wigs me over her shoulder. She digs me out getting that satin doll. Now, baby, shall we go out skipping? Careful, amigo, you're flipping. Speaks Latin, that swinging satin doll. She's nobody's fool, I'm playing it cool as can be. I'll give it a whirl, I ain't for no girl catching me. Switcheroonie telephone numbers. You know I'm doing my rumbas with Uno and that and my satin doll. And that and my satin doll. Alrighty. Once again, I want to mention next Sunday is going to be the Zoom session. I haven't done any detailed planning on it, but I'm hoping that Miles is going to join me to trade off some stuff, and hoping to have a special in-person guest star here, right in the Vanderbilt, Illinois. Listen to me, Vanderbilt, Michigan studio, and so it could be a fun time next week with Zoom, and then we might be doing more Zoom if this. I won't even repeat that rumor about Facebook Live not being discontinued. I don't know if that's true. I really don't. Just heard it. So anyway, cheers. If that happens, I'm gonna. Yeah, whatever. We'll talk. Satin Doll. That is such a great song. I've been playing that song since I started doing gigs. And by the way, that song was mentioned in a video by the band Chicago. They've released a whole series of videos of the original band members of Chicago, the group, Chicago Transit, CTA, Chicago, talking about how their band started. And they used to play the clubs, around Chicago, some of the clubs that I played possibly. and they would do stuff like Satin Doll and Misty, and they were telling stories about that. It was fascinating. So, uh, of course, the band Chicago went on to become like superstars, and did made an infinite amount of money. Probably, they're still together with several of the original members, some new members, and they kind of hang around Sedona, Arizona. They've been. I haven't run into them yet, though. I do know their sound engineer, and he and I have become fairly good friends. But he's a amazing sound engineer for the band Chicago. He has a little studio in Sedona, and he lets local people record there for very reasonable fee, just to be for community relations, probably because he charges way undercharges for what his technical abilities are. And that's I'm talking about the sound engineer for the band Chicago. Um, and Chicago did a concert in Sedona last year, or the year before, during the one of the festivals there. So anyway, fascinating historical account on YouTube. Now you can search YouTube and find some of these videos where they talk about the history of the band. So, did I take a? I didn't really take a sip yet this break, did I? Color My World, yeah. Well, one of the band members wrote the song "Color My World." I forget which guy. But it was. I think it was the trombone player, James Pankow, and he called the sax player to his room at 3:30 in the morning while they were on the road and said, "Hey, you got to listen to this song. I want to hear your flute on this song to see how it sounds." And he goes, "What are you talking about? Shut up! You're depriving me of my sleep." Anyway, to make a long story short, after he dragged him to the room and had him play the flute solo on "Color My World," he goes, "Well, what do you think of the song I wrote?" He goes, "I think that song is going to might make me famous for my flute playing," and it did. It has a beautiful flute solo in it. So here it is from the band Chicago, one of their hit songs. As time goes on, I realize just what you mean to me. And now that you're near, promise your love that I've waited to share, and dreams of our moments together color my world with hope of loving you. Of our moments together color my world with hope of loving you. And One part of the story I forgot to tell you about Color My World, the composer was listening to, I think it was Debussy, be, leading up to him writing that composition. So it had a little influence there by the French composer. So, all right. Hey, we've crossed the Great Divide. It's past. We've been going here over an hour, so I'll do a couple more songs before we call it a night. And they had a couple of requests. Been doing some pop and haven't done any blues yet. That's what we need, is a blues tune, right? Right, Amy? Yeah. I am going to be going to Chicago, and that's going to happen toward the end of the month, end of September, beginning of October. And I am sorry that I can't take you. I'm gonna. Hey, Miles, when I come to Chicago, I'll give you a call. We'll see what we can work out. Talk to you later. Okay. You keep your New York joys. I'm going to Illinois just as fast as I can. You New York women think you make a fool of any man. Play all kinds of games, you will cheat if you can. Use love like a tool, make a man a fool. What a beautiful motto. Got my money, that's it. Oh yeah. Going back where a woman really knows the way to treat a man. People are friendly without no hidden plan. It's the best in the Midwest. Real down city full of good folks who come from home. And when I get back, I'll never roam far from a little shy town. Goodbye, farewell, I might see you later. Going to Chicago, sorry but I can't take you. Going to Chicago, sorry but I can't take you. There ain't nothing in Chicago for a monkey woman like you to do. Monkey woman, yeah. Down and dirty, yeah. Take some more, Steve. Okay. One more. Yeah. Well, hurry down now, sunshine. See what tomorrow brings. Tomorrow brings sorrow. Hurry down now, sunshine. See what tomorrow brings. Tomorrow brings sorrow. Well, it may bring sunshine. Then again it may bring rain. And I am going to Chicago. Sorry, but I can't take you. Going to Chicago. Sorry, but I can't take you. There ain't nothing in Chicago monkey woman like you to do. Monkey woman. Yeah, doing the blues, getting into the down and dirty stuff. When I do that song in Michigan, especially when I do it at St. Luke's Church for their jazz series, we have a little mascot. This little monkey is sitting on the piano. In fact, it's sitting on the piano all the time now for all the concerts. But when I'm in Michigan, I have my little mascot here, Bullwinkle. And I wanted to try to attach him here to the mic stand, and maybe for the next concert I'll get a chance to attach him here. Will and Wendy, hello, welcome. We're kind of winding things up here, and I'm just going to say goodbye and do the closing song. I think I have like 2 or 3 closing songs, and I love the one that says, "For all we know, we may never meet again." Wow, that's really sad, kind of dramatic, but I need a drink. For all we know. Such a beautiful song, though. Nat King Cole did this song. And I would like to thank everybody for coming to Steve's Virtual Piano Bar. It's going to be, even if there weren't the Facebook issue, I'm going to have to cut down on the number of piano bar sessions, I think. I don't know yet. But anyway, next Sunday is going to be a special Zoom session. So if you're not on the email list, you can go to the email sign up form on my website on the video page. And or just, if you know me, email me or call me up. I'll get you on the email list, and we'll have the link for the Zoom session next Sunday at the regular time, 7 p.m. Eastern time. And I'm going to have hopefully a special guest. If not, Miles is going to help me get through the session. And thank you all for coming. And I think we're going to meet again, but you never know. For all we know, we may never meet again. Before you go, make the moment sweet again. We won't say goodnight until the last minute. I'll hold out my hand, and my heart will be in it. For all we know, this may only be a dream. We come and we go like a ripple in a stream. So love me tonight. Tomorrow was made for some. Tomorrow may never come, for all we know. For all we know, this may only be a dream. We come and we go like a ripple in a stream. So love me tonight. Tomorrow was made for some. Tomorrow may never come. For all we know. Good night, everybody. See you next time. Zoom session next Sunday.